Can I show him your hair real quick? My vlog. I combed his hair over and it looks so much better. His favorite part is the back. Here you go, Bubba. We'll be right back. We'll be back. It is officially New Year's Eve today, and I feel like I've worked a lot. I had today and tomorrow off, so that means I'm getting some stuff done around the house. I got all the Christmas decorations put up, and now we're going over to Rick and Jazz's to celebrate New Year's Eve, or New Year's, whatever. Taking me some coffee and Splenda, because if we're staying late, I'm gonna want it. I just know it. So, let's go. Oh, he's actually driving. Shocka. You're driving. Seven, 6, 5. What? It's not dropped yet. You can't even see the ball. Are you serious? You have a freaking dip in. That's disgusting. Macy, it's a new year. You just walked into a new year.
Happy New Year!
You missed it. Macy. Kiss. Kiss her, Hannah. Oh my god, y'all. Good morning, guys. It is officially 2019. I think that is just so crazy to think about. I always think it's crazy to think about every year. I've got my coffee here, and I thought that maybe I would reflect a little bit on 2018. I know that last year I did a goals video and all this kind of stuff, and I realized that I feel like sometimes when you make goals, you put them out into the world, you have to have these amazing goals and things that make sense, and I've got to get healthy and like all that kind of stuff. But I think this year, it's not that I'm not realistic, because I do have really big goals for the year, but I think I'm going to keep them to myself this year, and I think I'm going to just continue to do a lot of the things that I've started, but do them really well. Yes, I have goals. Yes, you all know I want to get out of debt. There are a lot of goals, but I think I want to reflect on 2018 and not talk so much about goals in 2019, if that makes sense. I've seen a lot of people posting on Facebook and stuff about 2018, and some are amazing and some are depressing. And obviously when people start doing that, it makes you think about your own year. And you know, I've been thinking about this a lot, not just because it's a new year, but just in general. It was a hard year for sure. It had its trials, of course, but it was also a really good year. I think if I would have looked back on it maybe a couple months ago, I probably would have been a little bit more negative about it, because there was so much loss. And I have never, this is the year that my grandfather passed away. A close family friend of Tyler and ours passed away. I know so many people that lost a lot of people toward the end of the year, and it's hard looking at your entire year after so much loss has happened toward the end of it, I guess. I think that it also taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of lessons in the loss, and really to live your life and to go for it, because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not guaranteed time, and time is all you have. And so it really just taught me to go for it, to do the things I wanted to do. And I don't know, I just think even though there's been a lot of loss, there's also been a lot of blessings. And you all know that Tyler and I bought our first home. We moved out of the camper. But I also learned that you have to set yourself up to be happy and to be where you want to be. And it's truly all up to you to create the life you want to live. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned and seen throughout this year. Another thing that I talked about here on my channel throughout this year, so we talked about, you know, RV living, how that went through. I talked about my house and how amazing of a blessing that this has been to us, and something that I truly now feel. I think I kept talking about when I was RV living, how I just don't feel content. I don't feel like this is my home. I finally have that feeling that this is my home. I feel content. I feel like I'm gonna stay here. There's a sense of, yes, I could sell it and move, but like there's a sense of like belonging, I guess, in a way, and just a place to come to. It's just the most wonderful feeling. I just love it so much. So the other thing that we talked a lot about on this channel in 2018 was finances. And like I mentioned, you know, we're still trying to get out of debt. I've taken a couple different approaches this year. You know, I genuinely followed the Dave Ramsey plan, the baby step plan. I did find moments in the year where I was really good and moments where I wasn't good. So I think that is another thing. It's just like a roller coaster. If you fall off the wagon, you gotta hop back on and start again. And it wasn't that we ever really fell off the wagon, but of course there were days where we, you know, didn't budget, or months where we didn't budget as good as we could have, or we didn't, you know, pay off as much debt as we should have. We spent more than we were supposed to pay off, you know what I mean? So I think there's that. But I think I've also went from wanting to pay it off like so bad, like right now, of course I want to, like I really want to pay it off, I still want to, but allowing myself a little bit of grace, allowing yourself a little bit of fun and adventure, and not feeling so unhappy in the place that you're in because you're trying to pay off so much. I think you need a balance, but I think balance is something that's hard to find. So I'm just working on that. The last thing that a lot of you all know that I talked about was infertility. And I am kind of shocked still. I mean, I don't know if I'd say shocked, but I did think that 2018 would bring us a family. It would bring us a child. I really thought it did. It would. But I think I'm just proud of how far I've come mentally in this journey, because it's not something that's like, it's something that is also a roller coaster. It's something that you learn something new every month. You learn how to deal with things every month. And I think just sharing my journey, being vulnerable, I'm proud of that. And I'm so thankful to have connected with so many people, you know, because I just get shocked every time that there's that many people that are going through the same thing, because when you're in it, you don't know a lot of people that are like experiencing the same thing. You just don't see it a lot, but there's a lot more out there, a lot more people experiencing the same thing than you would ever believe. I did create a private Facebook group for this community, and just seeing those people and their stories, like I think we're around 60 people, and I just like thinking of 60 people going through that is like heartbreaking. It really is. But you know, I think there's so much strength and so much lessons learned and so much faith in all of it, that even though it's a hard thing to go through, there's so much beauty in it, and there's so many good things that come from it. So yes, continuing to hopefully start a family in 2019, of course. And yeah, I'll continue to share our journey of all of these things. I think the RV living thing has kind of passed its course, and we're not really in that journey of life anymore. So I kind of think that that content is pretty much gone, but I am going to focus on intentional living, and I think a lot of that was learned through RV living. So yes, intentional living and living a life that's amazing. I just want to live this life to the fullest, and so I'm trying to take more steps in order to do that, and just to create the life that I want to live. So I hope that you all are excited for 2019. I know this is super casual, but I just woke up this morning on New Year's Day, and I got my coffee, and I wanted to kind of just talk with you all and reflect on 2018. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and we will have tons of more content coming in 2019. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I hope that everyone has a wonderful new year. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.